You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer lifts the first of all, you got these folks who are demanding she lift the stay-at-home order because of coronavirus. They actually blocked her door, carrying automatic weapons. Yo, these people are nuts, y'all. Go ahead and play. Now you got Donald Trump who's saying that the governor should negotiate with them. Negotiate with terrorists? Really? Robert Patillo, Executive Director, Rainbow Push Coalition, Peachtree Street Project. Rob Richardson is the host of Disruption Now podcast. Caleb Bethea, Communication Strategist. They all join me. Robert, really? Why the hell should the governor of Michigan listen to any one of these fools?
Well, what we have to understand is there's nothing to negotiate. There's nothing to talk about. We have medical experts, we have epidemiologists, we have political leadership who are listening to them, and then we have crazy people with guns. There is nothing to negotiate. We have to follow the procedures which have been working. What we will see right now, and let's understand, remember earlier this month when President Trump and Fauci projected that between 120,000 and 250,000 would die, best case scenario if we followed mitigation. We've been following mitigation, and we are at right around 65,000. We'll probably be at 70,000 by Monday. That projection went through August. At the exact rate we're going right now, we'll be at 130,000 by August. So we're right in line with the projections as they are. And the idea that people want to break that now so they can go, I think there were signs saying, I want to get my hair cut, I want to get something to eat, I want to go to restaurants. Well, that's all well and good for you, but let's understand that if we don't do these mitigation tactics and do not do what we know is working, then those numbers will not be in the hundreds of thousands, but they will be in the millions. And then we will see the spike in infections, the overwhelming of hospitals, the doomsday scenario that we've been avoiding to this point. And there is nothing to negotiate. We know what's working, and we have to continue doing it.
Rob, seriously? Look, these people, I thought federal government always said we do not negotiate with terrorists. These are domestic terrorists.
Yeah, they are domestic terrorists. And there's been a precedent set. If you remember, I think it's Cliven Bundy, that might be his name, the guy who stood up, the rancher that stood up to the federal government. Yep, and he stood up and they met them with guns and the government backed down. See, they have to set, I think the people that have to set a message is actually law and order. They like to talk about law and order only when it's us, but it applies more right now. You're talking about people's lives. And they're not obviously respecting social distancing. They're all up in people's face with guns. And you don't have an absolute right to infringe upon other people's rights. Just because you have a Second Amendment right, you have a First Amendment right. You do not have the right to put others in harm. You don't have the right to threaten people. I think they've crossed the line, and an example needs to be set. And the governor needs to be very clear that these people are not abiding by the law. This is not protest. This is not how you protest. They are trying to intimidate, and they shouldn't be allowed to do it.
Kelly, when you see what's happening, first of all, why would the governor of Michigan take any advice from Donald Trump on anything dealing with her state? Is beyond me.
I don't even want to comment on that part because there is no rationale behind it. But what I will say to these people who claim to be protesters, like my colleagues have been saying, they really are terrorists because they are protesting against their lives being saved, which is ironic because I promise you a majority of them would consider themselves pro-lifers. So for the government to actually be the most actively pro-life they've been in trying to save our lives during this pandemic, for this for this faction of people to protest against that because of their own selfish reasons. And that's exactly what it is. This is purely selfish. You're not talking about going back to work. You're not talking about, making money and having your livelihood back. You want a haircut. You want some food. You want to sit down in a park somewhere. None of that stuff is relevant if you're dead. And your government is actually trying to prevent that from happening for you. So go back home, sit down and relax and let the government do its job. Because they can't do their job with you there.
The thing here, Robert, that we're looking at, just very simple, is we're looking at individuals who are nonsensical, taking the lead from Donald Trump, talking about take back these states. He wants anarchy. He wants these images because for him, it's, oh, my people are going against that Democrat, these blue state people. That's what he wants. He called for, again, liberate Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, Virginia, Illinois. You didn't hear him say liberate some of these red states. There's a reason.
Well, and in addition to that, I think we can't help but notice the hypocrisy between the way that protesters were treated in Baltimore, how protesters were treated in Ferguson, how the NFL protesters who took a knee were treated by these very same people when they were protesting against governmental injustice. And now these are very fine people who need to be liberated. I think there's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde aspect to President Trump. When he's in front of the cameras, when Fauci is there, when Dr. Birx is there, when the officials are there to constrain him in, he can listen to the information. But then in the deep recesses of night, when it's just him and Twitter alone together, he cannot help but go back to being an internet troll and conspiracy theorist. And these are these are his people. These are the people who don't believe the virus numbers, don't believe the death numbers, who believe this is all conspiracy by the deep state and Nancy Pelosi to hurt President Trump's reelection. This level of nonsense puts us all at risk. I don't know what's more scary, the far right who believe these crazy things, or the far people on the far left who believe that this is a 5G conspiracy by Bill Gates and Oprah to kill us all. We have to get back to believing regular scientific information, do what we know works. We are very good as Americans of sitting in the house and watching TV. Let's keep doing that.
Every single night. We've got some of the top black experts. You're not going to see them on cable news or broadcast news because you swear black people aren't experts when it comes to this health crisis. That's why we have this show and why we do what we do every day on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Joining us right now is retired General Russell Honore, the nation's first black Surgeon General, Dr. Joycelyn Elders.
John Hope Bryant, he's the founder of Operation Hope.
Senator Kamala Harris of California, Dr. Cedrina Calder, retired General Lloyd Austin, Congresswoman Karen Bass, Commissioner Omari Hardick, Bureau President in Brooklyn, Eric Adams, Dr. Joseph Graves, America's Wealth Coach, Deborah Owens, Dr. Corey Hebert, Patel Salt, Howard University student, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Dr. Christy McDowell, Benja Ajilore, senior economist at the Center for American Progress, Gilda Daniels, again, author of the book, The Crisis of Voter Suppression in America. 4 stars, General Kip Ward, Dr. Oliver Brooks is president of the National Medical Association, president of the American Medical Association, Dr. Patrice Harris, Joby Benjamin,
Dr. Alexia Gaffney, infectious disease specialist, Dr. Georges Benjamin, executive director of the American Public Health Association,
Malcolm Nance, family medicine physician, Dr. Jen Caudle, Dr. Tashaka Cunningham, a molecular biologist, Kat Stafford. She's a national race and ethnicity reporter for the Associated Press. Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick, who is the president of Howard University, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke from the state of New York,
William Spriggs,
AFL-CIO economist, Andrea James, executive director of the National Council for Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls. All right, let's go to Capitol Hill. Congressman Gregory Meeks, Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson of Texas, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, mental health clinician Jamie Singletary, Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Brayboy, as well as Dylan Hayrie, ACLU Justice Division strategist. Dr. Cindy Duke, she is a virologist. Principal Steve Perry of Capitol Prep. Health and wellness specialist Dr. Yolandra Hancock. Desmond Meade, president of the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Cliff Albright, who is the co-founder of Black Voters Matter. Michael Harriot with The Root. Mina McWhorter, founder of Love by the Hand. Dr. Julianne Malvo, economist, president, Emerita Bennett College. Coroner Michael Fowler is the mayor of Atlanta. Keisha Lance Bottoms, mental health therapist Suzette Clark.
Justin Gibney, attorney and political strategist, and Bishop Vincent Matthews Jr.
Dr. Suzette McKinney, CEO and executive director of the Illinois Medical District. Dr. Leon Madugal, president-elect of the National Medical Association. Jana Bailey, mayor of Moss Point, Mississippi. Mario King.
We're going to keep driving this thing to make sure our people are fully aware, safe, protected from coronavirus. You're getting the top medical experts, the top business experts, top political experts, top religious experts, because that's why we do what we do. Unapologetically and unfiltered. Ain't nobody else. in the black media space doing what we do.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.